Very good afternoon. I am welcoming you to the General Studies Parivarthan Prelims cum Mains batch, the very first class today. So before entering into the session, I want to give some information. I want to introduce to the heritage of the country, the history of the country, which is earlier called by different names. For the sake of appointments to the Imperial Police, for the sake of appointments to the Indian Civil Services, Federal Public Service Commission, Central Public Service Commission, and finally in 1950 Union Public Service Commission was been established. Union Public Service Commission was been established in the year 1950. For the sake of recruitment, yes Vasudev, good afternoon. For the sake of recruitment into the elite services. Why? Because Union Public Service Commission also comes under the constitutional bodies of your Indian polity. So with this Indian polity, the first class, I am going through the UPSC, Union Public Service Commission. So these elite services, Indian Administrative Service, Indian Police Service, Indian Foreign Service, Indian Revenue Service, elite services where you are going to get immense respect, privileges, power, status. You can serve the people. Easily you will get no. You need to face the struggle, you need to have the problems, you need to study hard, you need to work hard. Then only you can enter into that elite services. So who is making you to enter into that services? This body, Union Public Service Commission. It's a body created by the British India for the sake of recruitment into Indian civil services. The same entered into independent India by the name called as Union Public Service Commission to recruit the IAS, IPS, IFS, IRS, etc. Almost 23 services are there. So this General Studies Parivarthan batch, the name itself, the Parivarthan. Why we gave the name called as Parivarthan? Simply as a catchy term? No. It's a transformation. It's a change, it's alteration, it's amendment in yourself for the sake of achieving the elite services of the country. To enter into the elite services of the country, you need to have some transformation from inside. That transformation we want to bring. That change we want to bring. Qualitatively and quantitatively. Qualitatively means what? With respect to the attitude, with respect to transformation, with respect to changes. Quantitatively with respect to subject knowledge and attitudinal change. Both we will be focusing upon this Parivarthan batch. A personality development with a subject. Yes, Tanush Reddy. A personality development with transformation. That is the problem. When we go to any of the institution across India, anywhere if you go, they try to imbibe quantity in you. Yes, quantity is important plus quality also important. Means what? Transformation, growth, maturity with respect to subject. That we want to provide to you. So it's not the quantity, it is the quality. It's not the quantity, it is the quality. So that is the name of our batch called as GS Parivarthan. I studied this book, sir. I completed Lakshmikant. You ask me any question from the Lakshmikant Indian polity? No. It's a quantitative study. You studied, but what you understood, what you analyzed, what is the evolutionary process, how you are applying, that is important. That is called as transformation, a quality transformation. So, with this GS Parivarthan, I want to give some basic information. Union Public Service Commission is the constitutional body of the country. It's the constitutional body of the country which is there in the Constitution of India. Similar like Election Commission, same like Supreme Court of India, same like High Court of India. It is also a constitutional body. This constitutional body is entrusted with a board. It is entrusted with the duty of appointments into the allied services. So your recruitment, your joining into the allied services depends upon this gate. Depends upon this gate. Whether you are crossing this gate or not. UPSC will allow you to cross the gate if and only if you clear the mains. The people who go to UPSC interview, they will stand here and take the photo. My photo is also there. Everyone will take the photo. It's an experience. So this is the house. This is the gate. Inside, the selections will be happening for the allied services. Union Public Service Commission. So what you can do by the service? What you can do by the service? Service itself is telling Indian Administrative Service, Indian Police Service, Indian Revenue Service. The service itself, the word service itself called as doing work. काम करना दूसरों के लिए, service. The word service is called as working for the others. Not me, not my family, not my group of people, other group of people. That is the service. So the only position or the only thing where you can do service for the nation, officially, legally, judicially, is through this Union Public Service Commission. NGO also you can do, but not official it is. Politics also you can do, but temporary it is. Permanent service, only this Union Public Service Commission will be throwing into it. Not only IAS, IPS, Indian Engineering Service also, Indian Statistical Service also. So service, if your motto is to do service, if your motto is to promote service, then this services is going to give that bite of life. Service orientation. Yes. Recognition. Recognition. The people will recognize. The people will recognize you. Salam tokte hai. The people will keep salam for those who are into the IPS, who are into the IAS. See, when we enter into the police station, by seeing a crime branch officer or by seeing just a constable or an SI, we will fear sometimes. And you are going to the level of Indian Police Service, directly recruited as an Superintendent of Police. See, a constable, how the recruitment will happen? Constable, SI, then promotion, ASI, SI, Circle Inspector, DSP, Assistant Superintendent of Police, then Deputy Superintendent of Police, then we will be having Deputy Superintendent or Additional Superintendent of Police and Superintendent of Police. Directly you are going to become the SP or Additional Superintendent of Police. Recognition, the people, not only you, the total family, your community people will take your name and live for years together. You know, my Banja is an IPS, my Damad is an IAS. You know, my relative's son is a IAS, IPS. Recognition, allied recognition. If you go to any function, yes, these are true. If you go to any function, any family gathering, first they will make you to sit in front of all of us. They will take a photograph. If it's a marriage session, they will make a photograph. Recognition. And with immediately, slowly with the promotion, DGP or chief secretary, the level, you will be very near to the chief minister. Chief minister is on temporary basis. That is permanent services is recognition, privileges and huge respect. Yes, huge respect. Huge privileges. You will be getting your own vehicle. You will be getting the security guards. You will be having your own office. You will be having your own vehicles. The people will be surrounding you wherever you go. Huge respect and privileges. Which thing you will get? Tell me. Where the Dhirubhai Ambani is getting? No. Whether Roman Saini after resigning and his own academy, whether he is getting is no. That respect, no. How much money you get, that respect we cannot get when we are in the service. Yes, money is not everything every time. Money is not everything every time. Yes, money is there, but not everything every time. Some things which money cannot do, the contacts will do. And this popular, famous contacts you can develop when you are into the service. Just a phone gumana, kaam chal jana. The contacts will be developed. That is the core of the service. First, understand what is the service. Then you start your preparation. If you want to go to the Himalayas, first know what is Himalayas. First, understand how the Himalayas came into existence. First, you know what all you are going to get into the services, then prepare for the services. Article 311, which is protecting the IAS and IPSs, are Article 311. Your dismissal can only done by the person who appointed you. Who is appointing authority for all India services and central services is President of India. And if you need to be removed, only President can sign. That much busy President, why he will keep signature on your bechara, your removal or your dismissal? It's not an easy task. Guarantee of tenure. Security of tenure is guaranteed by Article 311, which is not there with any of the services. That is the reason the people are so crazy. And one more thing, if you want to get all these things, just by any academy, you are not going to clear the examination. I am telling you. Just by joining, I joined it, finish. Mera kaam ho gaya, bas. Mera bhar diya fees. I paid the fees, I will become an IAS. No. Never. If that is the thing, the people are ready to pay crores of rupees for the service. You have to work hard. The sweat should come out. The people will laugh at you. And the same people will bend for you. The same people will call you for your contact. Just 30 minutes of your interview, please. And if you are unmarried, finish. If you are unmarried, you cannot guess how many matches you will get. So that is the service. Understand the service and start the preparation. Don't join, don't prepare that my friend told, this person is telling, that person is telling, so I am joining this or I am preparing this. No. Make your mind, make your determination and enter into the preparation mode. And preparation mode is not easy. How that will be easy, man? If you are going to get all these things, why it should be easy? And you are going to govern the complex democracy of the world. You are the real executive who is going to implement the policies made by the government. You are going to be the person who is going to determine how the services, how the welfare activities, how the developmental activities we need to give. The complex democracy of the world, it is in your hands. Government, only 20 people will be sitting in the government council of ministers headed by the Prime Minister, or at the state level council of ministers headed by the Chief Minister. They will be making the policy at the grassroots level. The IAS, the IPS, the Group 1 officers, the Group 2 officers, these people will be implementing. So you people are the conscience keepers of the Constitution of India. You are the protectors of the systems of government in India. Easily it will get, huh? If that much easily it will get, I would also become. No. It takes time. This much great things is this Union Public Service Commission is giving you. This Union Public Service Commission is giving you. Principles. Okay, sir. What I have to do now? Commitment. Die-hard commitment. You know how the commitment should be there? If you are watching the movie also, if any incident which you notice in the movie, you should be in a position to link to your preparation. You should be in a position to link to your dreams. Everything, whatever you see, whatever you observe, that is the level of commitment you need to have. Yes, because the toughness of the exam. Commitment, die-hard commitment. Burning commitment. Dedication. Sir, what is the difference between the commitment and dedication? Commitment means not stopping till we reach the goal. Commitment. Dedication, when you are committed, you yourself involving in that act is called as dedication. Means without bothering about anything, boyfriend, girlfriend, brother, sister, mother, father also, at least for 1 year. You work hard. A combination of a commitment and dedication. 1 or 2 years, finish. If this combination is there, Union Public Service Commission chairman also cannot stop you from becoming an IAS officer. Yes. The problem where means the commitment will not be sustained. The commitment will not be sustained. That is the problem. If commitment is there, the dedication will come. Mainly, this is the first point, that is the commitment, a strong desire. I have the commitment to produce IAS officers. You have to study now. So, there is a need for strong commitment. Honest, again, you cannot manipulate. Understand this. If you try to manipulate in your studies, that means you are a cheater for yourself. Be honest and keep genuine efforts. There is a saying that the success root will be with Kante thorns. The success will be beautiful, but the root will be very tough. When we go on to the Himalayan tops, we enjoy what a beautiful scenery. But whether easily we can reach the Himalayan top? Is it easy to reach the Himalayan top without traveling so distance? Without vehicle, only on our legs, bare legs. But it looks beautiful at the top. See the route. See the route map. Keep honest and genuine efforts. Be honest to yourself. That is the reason honesty is the best policy. Simply they will not tell. When you are honest, you will get lot of power from inside. When you are honest, everything will come out easily without any force. Why? Because you are honest. You are determined. You are committed. The best policy is being honest. If we manipulate, if we calculate, or if we do anything which is dishonesty, see what is happening to the world, the corona, everything is coming up. Why? Because the principles of the society is ruining. At least for the preparation of UPSC, if you have this honest and genuine efforts, no one can stop you. While you are preparing, yes, be honest. I am going to complete this topic. I am going to listen to this class. How much boring the class may be, it is my life, it is my family's life. If I get the service, my family will be happy. So this is the only way where I can show the success to my family. This is the only way I can keep my family on the top. If you get rank, it is not your rank. Totally your family will be happy. Remember that. So for that, what we required? Honest genuine efforts. Courage and risk. Who is a topper? Who is great? Who take the courage? Speaking like this also requires courage, you know. Risk you need to take in the life. Billions of people are there in the world. If something happened to one person by taking the risk, nothing, the world is going to lose. Preparation. Under the fan, sitting, studying, without any hard work in the sun. Is it not an easy job when compared to people who are working on the roads? What you have to do? You have to have a sitting chair, a pad, books, fan, light. Is this a requirement or not? Tell me. Whether we are going hot sun? No. Courage. Preparing for UPSC is also courage, you know. Why? Because it takes minimum 2 years. Yes. It takes minimum 2 years. It takes courage. Risk. Risk factor is there. 10 lakh people. 10 lakh people will apply, only 1000 posts are there approximately. 1000, 10,000, 1 lakh, 10 lakh, 1:1000 ratio. For every 1000 persons, 1 person is getting appointed, recruited. Then where you will be there? Courage and risk. Last. Blindly follow the mentor. Yes, if you believe any mentor, blind person, if you decided, then 100% follow, then genuinity will come. You can study properly and other person also can help you. Why? Because the other person will think that yes, this person is following me. I should never give wrong guidance. So win-win situation will be there. The both will get the success. So these are the principles required for a successful civil services aspirant. Remember this. Yes. At least it was 1000 jobs. Now it reduced 796, 800. I am telling approximately. UPSC format. How, sir, then? UPSC format will be there for all the beginners. I am going to tell you. There will be prelims test, mains test, interview. 3 step रहेगा. Prelims, mains, interview. Union Public Service Commission in India is very famous for following its calendar. No other public service commission in India will follow the calendar as religiously as UPSC. So for to become an IAS or IPS or any of the 23 services, you need to clear these 3 tests. Prelims, mains, interview. In prelims, you will be having 2 papers. In prelims, you will be having 2 papers. One is general studies. One is CSAT. General studies means combination of all the papers. General studies means combination of all papers. What is that? I will tell you. CSAT, Civil Services Aptitude. What type of aptitude you had? Civil Services Aptitude Test. So prelims, you are going to have 2 papers. General Studies and CSAT. 200 marks, 100 MCQs, 100 into 2 marks, 200 marks. CSAT, 80 questions, 80 into 2.5, 200 marks. 2 papers are there. General Studies and CSAT. Prelims, General Studies, merit based. So 2 papers you will be having. Prelims, for prelims, General Studies and CSAT. General Studies 1 or GS will be determined. Your clearing prelims will allow you to write the mains. That's it. Your clearing prelims will allow you to write the mains. In order to write the mains, you have to clear the prelims. And that determining will be based upon the merit which you get in this paper. Then what is CSAT, sir? CSAT is qualifying in nature. Out of 200, 1/3 marks. 66.67 marks if you cross, you are qualified. First CSAT paper evaluation will be done. In CSAT paper, if you get 66.67 and more, then your general studies, this paper will be evaluated. In this paper, who is going to get the merit? Those people will be qualified to write the mains. What are the subjects are there? What are the subjects are there in general studies? Indian polity, Indian economy, Indian geography. Within the geography, we have Indian geography, physical geography, world geography in prelims. But in mains, only Indian geography. History, Indian history, prelims, ancient, medieval and modern India. Indian history, ancient, medieval and modern India. Art and culture, songs, dance forms, musical forms, instrumental forms, art and culture. Internal security also there in prelims. Science and technology based, minimum 10 questions will come from science and technology based questions. Disaster management, nowadays disasters are become very common. Corona is a disaster. Disaster management questions we can expect in prelims. Environment related questions. Environment related questions. What are the environment related questions? Current affairs and current affairs. From these 10 topics in prelims, we will be expecting the questions. How many, sir? 100 MCQs. 100 into each MCQ 2 marks. 100 into 2, 200 marks. Negative marking is there. Negative marking 1/3. So, if any answer became wrong, from the marks which you got because of it becoming correct, from that correct marks, this 1/3 marks will be removed. For example, 100 questions are there. 100 questions are there. You attempted only 60. In this 60, 51 are correct, 9 are wrong. 51 are correct, 9 are wrong. So already you got how many? 51 into 2, 102 marks. 102 marks. But already 9 got wrong. 1/3 is the negative marking. So that means 3 questions are wrong. Means from the corrected, 3 we have to remember. 3 we have to remove. 3 into 2, 6. 102 minus 6, 902. You got 102. But net marks, how many you got? 96. Why? Because there is 9 questions became wrong. So when this became wrong, from the corrected answers, your marks will be removed. So 51 into 2, 102, but 9 became wrong. 9, 1/3 is equal to 3. Each 2 marks. 3 into 2, 6. 102 minus 6, 96. Merit will be there again. General category. OC is called as other categories. Or generally we will call them as general category, OC, other categories. Within other categories, now we have new reservation system, which is called as economically weaker sections. 1 cutoff. OC 1 cutoff, economically weaker sections 1 cutoff. OBC, other backward classes 1 cutoff. Scheduled caste 1 cutoff. Scheduled tribes 1 cutoff. Disabled people will be getting cutoffs. So with respect to the category, there will be a cutoff. That category you have to cross. But everyone, try to clear in general category. It will be somewhere around 120, approximately 120. Approximately 120, or usually it will be ranging 105 to 120, in between it will be ranging. How many, sir? For example, 1000 posts are there. 1000 posts are there. 12 to 13 ratio they will take, and those many people will be writing the mains. For example, 13 times they take. So 1000 posts are there. 1000 into 13 times 13,000. So 13,000 will be qualified to the mains. So 13,000 people will be writing the mains examination. 13,000 people will be writing the mains examination. Usually it will be from 12.5 to 13 times. So 13,000, top 13,000 based upon their category will be removed to allow them to write mains. So 13,000 I am taking approximately 12.5 to 13%, 13 times they will be taking. So 13 times or 13,000 people will be writing the mains. From there, from 13,000 again we will go to the mains we will write now. So in mains how many papers are there? From mains how we will go into the interview. This is what? This is CSAT paper. So same, it is minimum marks, merit marks. This is minimum qualifying. Qualifying, only qualifying. 1/3 marks of 200. Quantitative aptitude, reasoning, English comprehension, general comprehension. If you prepare this 4, it's enough. No need to go more deeper. Quantitative aptitude means not at the level of bank exam also. Just aptitude level. Reasoning not at the level of bank exam, just reasoning. English comprehension means English passages. General comprehension means general newspaper paragraphs. But nowadays most of the people are failing, are not able to qualify the CSAT because the toughness they are increasing because of competition. This also you have to prepare now. So in CSAT 4 will be there. Quantitative aptitude, reasoning, English comprehension, general comprehension, and 1/3 marks of 200 means compulsory 66.67 marks. If you cross, then only the general studies paper will be evaluated. After this, the general studies paper will be evaluated. So if you are in the 13,000, then you are going to write the mains. Then you are going to write the mains. You know, writing the mains itself is a dream. It should be a dream. Yes, I should sit in mains examination hall. I should sit in mains examination hall. How this cream of India, only 13,000 from the cream of India will be writing the mains examination. Don't dream to become an IAS officer. First, dream to write mains. Second, dream to enter into that UPSC gate by interview call. A step by step, step by step. First, in any cost, I have to write the mains. In any cost, I have to enter, I have to write the mains. I have to enter into this interview hall. Yes, how these UPSC members, how these elders will asking me the questions, I have to notice it. First mains target, then interview target, then final target. So, in general studies, overall mains papers will be for 2025. The mains will be for 2025 marks. Total mains, total merit of mains and interview together, of which 1750 will be mains. 7 papers will be there. 7 papers will be there. Yes. Each paper will be 250 marks. Each paper will be for 250 marks. GS1, GS2, GS3. This everyone will tell these are all GS papers. No, only GS1, GS2, GS3 together is called as general studies. GS4 is ethics, not general studies. GS4 is ethics. Next is general essay. 1250 marks together comes under the package of general studies. But GS4 is ethics, general essay paper, GS1, GS2, GS3. How many paper? GS1 250, GS2 250, GS3 250, GS ethics 250 and essay 250. 250 into 5, 1250 is your general studies plus ethics plus essay. And 2 papers will be from your optional. 2 papers will be from your optional. It might be any optional. 250 into 2, 500. So 1250 plus 500 is equal to 1750. For 1750, you should write the mains examination. If you get 50% of the marks, means out of 1750, means 875 marks if you cross, 50% of the marks if you cross, there is a high probability that you are going to get the interview call. So you have to aspire to get 50% of the marks, that's it. If 10 marker question is there, minimum 5 marks you have to get. 15 marker is there, minimum 7.5. 20 marker is there, minimum 10 marks. So in that, the first paper is General Studies 1. The first paper is General Studies 1. Indian Geography, mains only India is there, not physical, not world. Indian Geography, everything about Indian Geography. But understand, Indian Geography means application part questions will be more in your General Studies. Application part. Recently there was a cyclone in Mumbai side, west coast and east coast. What are the reasons behind it? Why the government of India and the government of Maharashtra and the government of Odisha could not control it or could not mitigate it? Indian Geography will be there. Indian society will be there, society questions. Patriarchal system, female dominance, caste system, regional problem, communal problem, ethnic problem, tribal problem. All these social issues of India, Indian social system will be there. Indian history will be there again. No ancient India, no medieval India, only art and culture. And modern India, Indian independence movement, and freedom fighters, and social reform movements, and social reformers, and post-independence will be there. After independence, what happened? This comes under Indian history, art and culture. And world history also. Yes, each and every part is important. World history. What is this Industrial Revolution? What is this French Renaissance? What is this French Revolution? What is this Russian Revolution? What is this unification of Germany? What is this unification of Italy? How this Nazism evolved like a superpower in Germany? What is this treaties? Treaty of Versailles, etc., etc. What is this Nazism? What is this fascism? What is the difference between communism, socialism, capitalism? What is this Maoism? What is this Leninism? Ideology based understanding we need to have. Why? Because if you go and become an IAS officer and sitting as a collector position, one Communist Party of India Marxist person will come and sit in front of you. And you need to talk to him. You don't know about what is Marxism. You don't know what Karl Marx told. You don't know what Maoist Mao Zedong told. Whether he will not laugh at you? It's not about getting rank. It's about knowledge also. Whether he will give value when he go out, that collector don't know who is Karl Marx also. I don't know how he became IAS officer. If you become collector, your duty is not completed. You should have enough knowledge. उसको तो लेनिनिज्म और स्टालिनिज्म के बारे में उसका डिफरेंस ही पता नहीं है. He don't know the difference between Leninism and Stalinism, and he's sitting in collector chair, man. They will make fun of you. At that time, if you become IAS also, you will feel shame. Yes or no? So, the world is now running on knowledge. In bank. Why? Because I worked as a bank manager in Central Public Sector Undertaking, Central Government Bank. A clerk who is having knowledge will be respected. A manager who don't have knowledge will not be respected. Nowadays, where the knowledge is there, the people are respecting. If you don't get the IAS also, you will get the knowledge. Yes or no? If you don't become an IAS officer also, you will. If you get knowledge, the people will salam tokte. That knowledge we will get when we are in a civil services aspirant. That knowledge is required. People should look at us. Any doubt है उसके पास जाना है बस. Any doubt है उसके पास जाना है. ये गांधी का सर्वोदय क्या है, ये सत्याग्रह क्या, उसके बारे में मुझे बिल्कुल समझ में नहीं आता। ये स्वराज क्या बोलता है, ये सर्वोदय क्या बोलता है। इन दिस वे वी हैव टू स्टडी. People should ask us the doubts. This is General Studies 1. These all topics will be there. If you read all, when you have knowledge on all the topics, why you are worried about expected questions? We should be in a position to not to expect the expected questions. Let it come. Let the challenge begin. I am ready to answer any question. मजा आता है कि नहीं? When we give the challenge to UPSC by our knowledge, with humbleness, with down to earth attitude, that preparation we want. I want that type of students. I want you to make like that. That is the intention of GS Parivarthan. You know, I should feel challenged to answer your doubts. That is the level of preparation we want, you know. If you think job perspective also, if you don't get Union Public Service Commission, you will get State Public Service Commission, Group 1. They will call and give you if you have this much. General Studies 2. General Studies 2. What is this General Studies 2, sir? Indian polity, Indian governance, international relations. Indian polity means not only constitution, application of constitution, understanding the thin line of difference between the executive functions, legislative functions and judicial functions, and their applications in contemporary society, in contemporary Indian political system. बस लक्ष्मीकांत पढ़ा दिया, हो गया मेरा प्रिपरेशन. Is it so? No. We have to apply it. We have to understand it. We have to analyze the nuances which are there in the political. Indian governance. Application of these political systems, applications of these constitutions on administration, on working of the government, on nuances of the systems is called as Indian governance. Very complex topic. This everyone think no one will study governance, you know. Most of the questions in this GS2 will come from Indian governance. People will not recognize it. The questions in mains will not come from Indian polity and international relations also. I am telling my subject Indian polity. I am telling Indian polity also much questions will not come. Indian governance will come. People won't read Indian governance. एक रेडीमेड बुक लाया मैं कुछ मार्केट से, मैं पढ़ता हूँ, that readymade book I will be reading it, finish हो गया. No, you have to apply it, you have to understand it, you have to get the solution out of it. By reading Second Administrative Reforms Commission, by reading National Commission for Review for the Working of the Constitution, by studying Sarkariya Commission, Santanam Committee, various committees and commission recommendations we have to read. International relations. International relations. Important, but very interesting. How this, our dearest friend China is behaving. How our lover Pakistan is behaving. How our friends jihadists, what steps they are going to do. What is this ISIS? So, international scenario. This three combination will make you GS2. Ask randomly any of the person who wrote mains 3 times. GS3 and GS2 are not scoring subjects. Very less marks students will get. GS2 and GS3. You have to get more marks in this. GS2, GS3 students will not get marks. 80, 90, 80, 90 out of 250. Maximum, if anyone cross 100, shabash. GS3, Indian economy. Indian economy means again contemporary, current trends, economy factual units, factual topics. Indian economy. In this GS3 itself, first we need to understand the concepts. What are these concepts? Physical deficit, budget deficit, primary deficit. Just in prelims, those, current account deficit means this, capital account deficit means this. Those applications in Indian economy, those applications in the market, application point of view, we need to do Indian economy. Internal security, yes. India is in middle of the thorns. This side Pakistan, this side China, beneath Indian Ocean. A lot of troubles India is facing. Internally also, Naxalites, Northeast insurgency, Khalistan movement. Communalism is internal security problem. Hindu-Muslim conflict. State and non-state actors. Pakistan is state sponsoring terrorism against India. What happened 2 days back in Lahore? Destruction. Are you thinking they are not planning in India? They are more planning for India, but India is resisting. That is a good step. So being an IPS officer, if you got deputed into National Investigation Agency, if you started working in research analysis wing, internal security, disaster management, contemporary current affair disaster management, no one will study. No one, some of them don't know also disaster management. In GS3, whether disaster management is there means some students will not tell that also. Disaster management is playing major role. Whether in second wave, India failed or not. We failed. Why? We could not manage. We didn't expect it. It's failure only, no? We are paying taxes to you. For what we are paying taxes to you? To expect and keep me safe. If you are not keeping me safe, then why I should pay taxes to you? Means management failed or not? I am ready to pay the vaccination amount. You are not ready to give me vaccination. You failed. Government failed. Who is government? Council of Ministers headed by the Prime Minister, and civil servants is called as government. Disaster management. Science and technology. What is happening in science and technology around you? Technology playing a very, very, very prominent role. It is not like 3 decades back, 2 decades back. When I am preparing for civil service also, this much technology was not there. This many PDFs was not there. This many resources were not there. Because of technology. Environment related. What is this new environment impact assessment? What is the new environment impact assessment amendment? Why there is a recent forest fires in Dehradun, in Simlipal Tiger Reserve? What are the reasons behind it? Environment. So this 5 constitute General Studies 3. Indian economy, internal security, disaster management, science and technology, and environment. This all you have to study, my dear. These many subjects are there. See, 5, 3, 5, 13 subjects up to now. These many subjects are there. General Studies 4. But I call it as ethics only. I don't want to call it as General Studies. Why? Because it's not General Studies. It's a separate. ethics. See, I will tell you one thing. Nowadays, people are shocking to listen one sentence from us. You know what is that? If anyone come near you and tell, you know that officer is uncorrupted officer. Whether you are getting shock or not nowadays. Is it any wonder? If anyone come near you when you are in a government office and someone will come and tell you, hey, that person is uncorrupted person, he is humble person, he is down to earth person, he is having ethics and morality. If any one person will tell to you like this, whether you are getting shock or not. Oh, he is moral, he is ethical, he is honest. So what is the new normal? What is the new normal means being corrupted. Not being down to earth, being elite. That is the new normal nowadays. You should create it. That is the reason UPSC understood that these people are studying, but they are not inculcating ethics and morality. And in 2014, they came up with ethics paper only. Like in school, how we have moral science. You know, one day will come, it might be Prime Minister, it might be Chief Minister, they cannot do anything with the money which they had. कोरोना टाइम लॉकडाउन के बाद तुम्हारा पास 10,000 है पॉकेट में, गैस हो गया घर में, इन हाउस गैस सिलेंडर फिनिश्ड, you have 10,000 in your pocket. Outside lockdown, tell me what you will do. A ethical dilemma question. घर में गैस सिलेंडर फिनिश्ड, लॉकडाउन इज देयर आउटसाइड, you have 10,000. 10,000 cannot fulfill your stomach. Nowadays, people are back against this material world. Nothing we are going to get by the materials. That is the reason the ethics, yes, it should be a subject. UPSC understood and UPSC came with a revolution, added ethics as a subject which is called as General Studies 4. Ethics paper. Ethics paper. Need to ask the neighbor is one option. But once you took money from the neighbor for one work as you are a government officer, now that person don't want to help you. General Studies. Ethics playing a major role. This is also scoring. People will neglect. Don't neglect ethics paper. Case studies. It's not about listening the case studies. It's not about understanding the case studies. It's about writing the case studies. Analyzing the case studies. How practical and moral. How practical and how moral your ethical answers are there. That is important. And in this GS Parivarthan, for everything, for every subject. Why? Because it might be ethics of the other teacher. The other teacher, Jay Prakash Rao, will be taking this class, retired IRS officer, but still the evaluation will be done by me. Your papers, exam papers, case study. General Studies, very, very important. Scoring subject. But students cannot score because negligence. Because of negligence. And the next paper is General Essay. A bombarding paper where there is a probability of getting those many marks. How many we will get in optional paper, that many marks we can get in General Essay. Whether anyone will practice for 250 marks paper for polity, for economy, moral, that every time only one lecturer they will be listening. Anyone will practice General Essay? 250 marks is neglected blatantly, neglected totally. Totally neglected. Like as if it did some mistake. Weekly one essay. If you practice weekly one essay, no, within 6 months you can see a big transformation. A very big transformation you can see. Weekly one essay if you do. These all things, if we do properly, religiously, in a committed, dedicated way, compulsory, we will get the success. General essay. So how many issues will be there? One national issue will be there. One national issue will be there. Like migrant laborers is a national issue now. Migrant laborers. One economic issue will be there. How we can expect economy post-COVID? Whether Make in India program is yielding the results. There is a need to grease the machine of MSME. MSMEs, micro, small and medium enterprises. Those are the heart and soul of any economy. And in a country like India where the population is robust, where the public employment is less, the only employment is what? Self-employment. Where we can get the self-employment? Where we can get the self-employment? Micro, small and medium enterprises. Where the government is focusing or not? That we have to do essay. Those are economical issues. One economical issue compulsory. One social issue will be there. One social issue will be there. Like child labor. Dowry death which happened in Kerala recently. Current affair. In the 21st century also the dowry deaths are happening. In the 21st century a doctor girl was being committed suicide because of these social evils. Whether a modern woman is not suitable to India, yes, such type of essay we can, statement itself will be like this. Whether a modern woman is not suitable to modern India, means whether modern India is not ready for the woman to become modern. What is modern means? Working like a man, being on par with men, that's it. Not more than men or not less than, as a human being. Social issue. International issue. Iran nuclear policy. What is the Iran nuclear policy? What is Brexit? What is the necessity for the Britain to come out of the European Union? Yes, just divide it. 10 essays you do. 10 national issues, 10 economic issues, 10 social issues, 10 international issues, 10 philosophical issues. How many happened? 50. If you practice 50 essays, who will stop you from getting 130, 140 marks? No one, no. 10, 10, 10, 10. Keep a book, only one book, one essay for this topic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some pages you leave, some pages you leave, some pages you leave. In one long book, write 50 essays. Finish, your essay preparation is also done. If there is a proper strategy, if there is a proper understanding, if there is a proper connection between the subject and you, then UPSC exam is any other exam. I told you Himalaya, but you have a proper connection, it will become a small hill like Banjara Hills, Red Hills. So it's all about that connectivity. It's all about how we are preparing, how we are planning, how we are understanding, how we are analyzing the trends. For that, what we have to do? We have to sit sometimes. We have to understand, philosophical essay, what we can expect. The change which we want in the world, whether we should have that change. Eye for eye, make the world blind. Such type of philosophical statements you can write an essay in multi-dimension, social, political, economical, cultural. Finish. These many dimensions now only you got. People will neglect General essay, no. So 5, one philosophical essay. So the total, as I told, general studies 3 papers, 250 into 3, 750 marks. Ethics, 250 marks. Essay, 250 marks. 750, 250, 1250 is your general studies. If you get 625, 50% of this marks. Optional, anyhow, you will score minimum to minimum 250. 875. If you score little bit marks more in optional, if you get 300, it will become 925. Finish. Interview list. Little bit more in GS, without going into interview itself, some service is guaranteed. Like that, we have to plan. Again, if you plan and if you sit idle, you will not get. Plan and work for it. Keep some time, not time, full time. Areyar, you want to become an Indian Administrative Service Officer, you want to control the district, and you don't want to change. You want to become Indian Police Service, you want to control the law and order in the district, and you don't want to change, at least to get the service. Is it not wonder? There the students will fail, my dear. UPSC will not make you fail. Understand this. UPSC doesn't want anyone to be failed. We will fail. We will not be consistent. We will not be committed. We will not be honest. We will not put genuine efforts. So we fail. Yes or no? Those, we will understand that he didn't clear it. No. There some problem happened. There some error happened. Consistency error. Commitment error. Dedication error. Hard work error. Comfort zone. Comfort zone. The biggest hurdle is comfort zone. But full खाना खा लिया यार, सो जाएंगे 1 घंटा. ये यूट्यूब में बहुत वीडियो से देखेंगे, नहीं तो मेम से. The same thing. If you don't change, the same will be continued. If you want a big change, then you should change. I want change, then I should change. Change is inevitable. Why we are enjoying the nature? Why? Because there is change in the seasons. If 24/7, 365 days, only one environment, one atmosphere is there, one climate is there, whether we will enjoy, whether there will be any happiness or whether a difference in living here, no. When there is a differences, we will enjoy. So there is a life also, we need to have a change. Without change, success will not come. I will be like this only. Bindas rahunga, to bindas hi rahogi. मेरा फादर मदर मुझे अच्छा देखते हैं. Everything I got, my father mother gave me. Why I should do take this ultimate risk? Why? I will continue. Let it continue. But think, your father mother gave you. Then what you will give to your children? The same legacy. Whether are you thinking whether they are not feeling shame? They will feel shame, but they will not tell you. यार मेरी बेटी भी कुछ तो करे तो अच्छा हुआ ना. देखो वो वाला कैसा कर रहा है, ये वाला कैसा कर रहा, मेरा बेटी देखो. I have love towards my son or daughter, but I am unable to tell. So change is inevitable. In the same way, if you have planned this 1250, so this 1250 will make you to go to the UPSC interview or not, to enter into the UPSC channel or not. So this all subjects which I told, These all subjects we are going to cover. For me, one student is enough, I am telling you. This year, 2022, who is committed, who is determined, who is committed, that person will get the rank. Yes. So all the subjects which were being mentioned, GS1, GS2, GS3, GS4, General Essay, all these things will be covered in our GS Parivarthan. So this session is mainly for the beginners, as it is the very first class. As this is the very first class, you need to know what are the papers, what are there. Handwriting, if anyone doesn't have any good handwriting, no need to worry. It should be legible, that's it. The handwriting should be legible. And this is about the total preparation of UPSC, how we are going to start.